everybody. JDV here, along with
Warpig.
we're doing another episode of Two Fat Drunks. We had a week off there. I don't know if anybody
A little
mentioned,
break, you know.
But Julio here had
Prison.
Anywho, the theme of tonight's show is when the asshole is right. I might have to bleep the A word out there because we're trying not to.
We're going to have to say a-hole the whole rest of the show.
Not necessarily when the villain is right, although a lot of the ones that we're going to pick are villains.
Some of them are villains.
But some of them aren't. Some of them actually turn out to be the heroes of the film. So it is kind of an interesting thing. How many movies have assholes who turn out to be 100% right? Coming up next.
If only we'd listen to our asshole.
We'll try to go through them quick, but the first one that I can think of that's really like this, and we talk about this on the forum a little bit, is if you think about movies from the 50s, genre films, like The Thing, the army guys are without a doubt, the heroes.
Right.
Patrick Henry is the hero of that story.
Dashing
and about half of the scientists are the quasi-villains who you absolutely should not listen to, and then the monster the captain.
That results because
the
of
military was always right. You flip that into the late 60s, starting with George Romero's Night of the Living Dead, and then you start to see, if you... It tried to kind of rebel against that role, where like you can trust the old white guy. No, and that film really says you shouldn't trust the old white guy because he's a coward and
Right.
Just
well, I try to introduce archetypes within the group using group tension.
Because not only is he the white guy with a suit or whatever, but he's also the oldest character.
He is
too.
Yep.
Well, that or his wife. I mean, either way.
Either one of the two, right?
And the whole film is kind of a revolt against the downstairs cellar, which Harry says is the safest place.
The cellar is the safest place.
And no, they try to every single thing Harry says. Those things can turn over a car.
Yep.
They burn up the truck. They can tear through these boards in a second.
Look at down here. There's a million places where they can get in. The cellar is one door. We bar that. They can't get in.
Oh, only 5 or 10 men can flip over a car.
That's my point. Well, there's going to be 5 or 10 or even 50. It's going to be 90, 10,000, 4 million.
So, that happens too. They tear through that house like snot. And
dude. Once they make that, hey, they're inside. Oh, great.
He, in fact, is 100%. If they had just gone down there to start, they would have survived the night. And because there would be such a great number of them, no one would have gotten shot because they'd be hello. Other characters would
And
start.
if you think about it, every action of the protagonist of that film results in them
death.
in further danger.
Yeah.
Right.
Inside of action stuff. And it's interesting because when you watch the film, you're rooting for Dwayne Jones. Of course,
absolutely.
because that guy's an asshole and the zombies.
And that's the idea, right? Oh, this guy's an asshole. We like Dwayne.
So I guess
Dwayne got us killed.
An alternative title of the show is When the Hero's Wrong.
Yeah,
because Dwayne
catastrophically
Jones,
wrong.
His character is the hero, and he's 100% wrong.
Absolutely, every second.
And that,
like literally everything he does, other than
but that's going to be
the
rarity though, because a lot of them are like fast forward 11 years to 1979's Alien,
right?
And the jerk I'm going to name is who?
That would be Sigourney Weaver.
That would be Ripley, right? That character
initially
is very much a kind of a
cold fish,
and
they don't like her.
Corporate. She's actually very by the book.
She's a company girl.
The two Yaphet Kotto and Harry Dean Stanton's characters hate her. Brett and Parker, they can't stand her because she's such a company man, so to speak.
Yeah, they clearly do not care. And she is an officer too.
So that's how she starts.
Classist thing.
And then when they bring back Kane with the face hugger on him, she won't let him in the ship.
Right.
Remember that? No, I can't. If I let you in,
you know quarantine procedure: 24 hours if an unknown contact is made.
If you let them in, it could endanger everybody on the ship. It could kill all of us.
He's like, Ripley, this is direct order. She's like, no.
Yeah, and at that moment, when you first see that film, particularly like I was, 10 or something, maybe 12, something like that when I saw it, at that point in the movie, you're like, this person sucks.
Let him in, my God.
Let him in. But she's 100% right.
Every fucking word.
Every word that she says.
You probably should have listened.
Happens to the letter. Now, what's interesting about that film is that the other person involved is not a human at all. It's a robot.
Ash is a goddamn robot.
Who is plotting against them from the very start. So that adds even more weight onto it. So But still, she's a jerk in that film until she's not. And the audience is rooting against her until she kind of redeems herself.
And if you had
Unlike
listened-
a lot of these characters, don't get a chance to redeem themselves. Like,
Right.
well, it's another movie from '78 or '79. Is Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead, actually 83.
Is it
I
really?
think?
Okay, so it's in the '80s.
Maybe even
85.
85. It might be 85.
Really, that late?
Yeah, you know, right? I think I remember looking at it and going, wow, because I was
But
surprised
did you think
too,
of
but-
that movie when this topic came up?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, because
And the character is who?
Rhodes.
Yeah. Rhodes is again portrayed as a kind of over the top, too much testosterone,
Authoritarian.
authoritarian
Which she
jarhead, kind of, well, jarhead, is not- but
But yeah, you know what you mean. But
dumbass army guy.
right. However,
And he is worried about, why are you endangering our men? What is it are you accomplishing? How can you accomplish anything when right now we estimate that it's 400,000 undead to one living? What are you going to undo?
what
at this
is your
point?
plan?
What is your plan? And of course, the doctor never does have a rational plan. His plan is insane. He just tamed one
he's just
zombie.
feeding you to them.
Right, he's essentially
That's his plan.
He's literally feeding the dead soldiers to the zombies at this point, which makes it even more ghastly and villainous that he set these men. So in other words,
And then he's got that tape recording where he's fucking nuts, where he's talking in the tape recorder, talking about his
hello,
mom and
mommy.
shit.
Yeah.
Right, you're like, oh, dude.
right, he's totally batshit crazy. So everything that Rhodes says is right and or comes
Right.
true.
What are we doing here? How come you're not? Why aren't you just wasting our time?
Right. In that film, you have the interesting character of the Jamaican pilot.
A giant tombstone.
Tombstone. Right. I mean,
That guy was great.
He's
Actually.
great in that role. And so he's kind of on the outside, like, I already have accepted long ago, we are fucked.
Yeah.
And we kind of deserve to be fucked.
And he's got fucking his little paradise.
Right.
Back
So
with his feelings.
he's several months ahead psychologically than every other character there. So he is almost like a Vulcan or almost
Right,
storytelling.
just your Yoda,
And
right?
You just knew
Zombie
he wasn't going to
Yoda.
get so much as a scratch because
Right.
he's like Yoda. He's above all of this.
Right.
But he's still there. So that's a kind of a cool one.
Yeah.
And then there's at least one other zombie movie you brought him
Yes,
up.
and it was 2004's Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead remake by
Zack Snyder.
Fantastic film.
A very, very, very good film.
Boy, who was the main, the guy who's a jerk who becomes the hero?
CJ.
CJ is great character
Because
in that
CJ
movie. And
is-
I forget his name too.
Absolutely
He's a
right.
very fine actor. He mostly is in TV shows.
He was really good.
He's
But
very
he
good in
is
that show.
absolutely right. No, you should not have let those people into the mall. Because the first thing CJ says is, one of them could be sick, and nobody's sick here, right? They brought 2 zombies in. They brought 2 zombies. The fucking fat chick and Matt Frewer.
And he has an unerring ability to, like, "Whoa, you're an asshole, you're this." I mean, he does
Right,
have a
character
weird...
assessment.
So, right, and because he says it right to their face, it seems like he's a dick at the time, but really he's just
And a
being,
great negotiator.
He is being honest with you. And then at the very end of the film when they're trying to escape, right?
Right.
So wait, your fucking plan is to take this asshole to get
Right.
to a boat
Goes
we
that
don't
whole
even know
litany.
there across a ruined city of 500,000 dead. And
Right.
he goes on and on and on. And it's, all right, I'm in.
Yeah.
And so, and then it's weird, and then he's a hero.
You're okay. I'm on board.
It is one of those really cool. It's his character in particular that really makes
It really
that film
does.
super interesting because he's
Because
Ving
if he-
Rhames' character is interesting to a point, but Ving Rhames is already like a paladin. He just becomes even
And
more
this guy
of a
just
paladin.
goes fucking
Yeah, he goes
what?
from
Lawful neutral to
well, he kind of goes from pre New York City escape to after New York City
Right.
escape. Snake
Yeah.
Plissken, it's like, all right, I'll try to save you if I can. It's just a fun thing to think about. Okay, so anyway, thanks for watching for this very overlong episode on when you should listen to the jerk. Thanks for watching for sure.
Thank you.
Like, subscribe, share, love each other, and until next time.
Lincoln Stern. You stand accused of 32 counts of international piracy, 12 counts of burglary, 15 counts of rape, and 1 moving violation. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Not guilty? Are you nuts? You're as guilty as a cat in a goldfish bowl.
Take it easy, Charlie. I've got an angle.
But the prosecution's got you cold.
Him. State your name for the record.
I'm Hanover Fist.
You're stupid.
Captain Stern is overflowing with the milk of human kindness.
Unless you had got the preschool prostitution ring.
Be sure to visit EvilGeniusEntertainment.com for exclusive content, swag, casting call news, and much, much more.